Welcome to the project. Wow, what a voice. Celine Dion, queen of the power ballads, one of the world's greatest divas. But that voice we just heard is no more. Celine Dion opening up about the devastating condition threatening to silence her singing forever.
It's like I know you. That's what happens. It's like I know what I want to do. And now you can show me, yeah. And that's what happens, and it's very difficult for me to hear that and to show this to you.
Celine Dion finally discussing the battle she's fought in secret for so long.
It's been very difficult, very painful, challenging, scary.
For decades, Celine ruled the charts with her powerhouse voice. Her smash hits spanning decades. But in 2008, she began losing control of her voice.
When I went on stage, I was very, very, very scared. I'm like, I don't know if I can do the show and I don't know what's happening.
The symptoms grew worse, and she didn't know why.
Every time I went to see a doctor, after so many years of living in like the unknown, I hoped, looking at the doctor, please, find something.
Celine revealing that she began self-medicating, taking 90 milligrams of Valium per day.
90 milligrams of Valium can kill you. You can stop breathing.
She'd cover by telling crowds she had a sinus infection.
I had to lie. We did not know what was going on. I did not take the time. I should have stopped. Take the time to figure it out.
And as she battled her failing voice, her personal life was falling apart. She lost her husband to cancer and then, days later, her brother to the same disease. It wouldn't be until 2022 that she would finally receive her own diagnosis.
A very rare neurological disorder called stiff person syndrome. My hands will get in a position, my feet, but it can also be in the abdominal, can be in the spine, can be in the ribs. I had broken ribs at one point because sometimes when it's very severe, it can break some ribs
spasm
as well.
so hard that it can break a rib?
Stiff person syndrome affects roughly 1 to 2 people in every million and commonly causes muscle stiffness and painful spasms.
It's like somebody's strangling you. It's like somebody's pushing your pharynx this way.
Oh.
So it's like you're talking like that, and you cannot go high or lower.
It's a condition she may be living with forever, prompting some difficult conversations with her kids.
Don't be scared if I can't talk. Mom's not dying. Mom cannot use her vocal cords. If I not respond to you, it's possible that I hear you, but I cannot communicate. They know what to do. Call 911.
Incredibly, Celine remains optimistic, hopeful of a return to the stage, and more determined than ever.
I'm going to go back on stage, even if I have to crawl, even if I have to talk with my hands. I will.
I can barely recall, but it's all coming back to me now.
It's raw, isn't it? We are live, of course, from the traditional lands of the Kulin Nation. And I can think of few people we'd rather talk to about this than Miff Warhurst. Thank you very much for being here tonight.
Good to be here. How sad is that? One of the most iconic voices of our time. And she's losing it and now admitting that it's almost over for her. And I think the really sad thing, it's tied in with her identity more so than anything else because she doesn't need the money to perform and this is heartbreaking. It's like she's lost her drive.
That is the cruelest part, that she has this incredible gift and that's been snatched away from her. I mean, she's been doing this for decades. I mean, she won Eurovision back in
the 80s, the late 80s.
Representing Switzerland and for her life to be upended like this, it's so patently unfair.
Especially music as well. Like music is, if you're a musician, it's such a huge part of your life and identity, more so maybe than other things because music is everywhere. You listen to it, you perform. It's very tragic.
But I think to be known for that, like if I say to you, Celine Dion, the first thing you think of are these incredible notes. So when that's what everyone knows of you, and then suddenly that's gone. The appearing in public must be terrifying because it's like, I'm not who you think I am anymore. And that would be disorientating in the extreme. What astonishes me is this determination to get back out on stage. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that would look like. What would that moment be?
Well, she said, I'll crawl on stage if I need to. I mean, I can't imagine that kind of performance. She'll get there, though. She seems very determined, I think.
There's so much love for her, right? Remember at the Grammys earlier this year? What a moment.